Afternoon. It's Tuesday. If you've been watching these videos, you know that Noah's been walking with me in the morning. So 5 o'clock, 5:30 every morning, all on his own. He popped up and he said, "Can I walk with you, Dad?" This morning, he came running down. He said, "Oh man, woo! I thought you walked without me." So now it's a thing. And I'm super proud of him. The challenge is that those long, brisk, early morning walks, the pace has slowed down a little bit, and that quiet time in my own head has changed. There's no way I'm going to say no to him, because the whole point of this thing was to motivate myself and somebody else to really employ some discipline and to establish some morning routines that are powerful. And so, no way am I going to say no to him when on his own he decided he wanted to be a part of what I was doing in the morning. So here I am, getting another walk, because there's still things that I need for myself, for my own mind, in the walking. And so that's how life's got to be. Things aren't always going to go quite the way you imagined. But if you can see the positive, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, so I've got this nailed down, I've got this nailed down, I'm eating pretty good, I'm moving pretty regularly, I'm keeping my spiritual self connected, I'm taking time for important relationships, I'm doing all these things, but part of it didn't go according to plan, or the plan shifted, well then you got to say, okay, well what's the next thing? So for me, it might just be get another walk in, push a little harder on my workout, be a little more careful about what I put in my mouth, what am I eating? Pause a minute before you go after the seconds. Just being mindful and being the boss of your own mind. One of the neat things I've learned, or one of the things I'm learning as we do these mentorship clients, trying to help folks tap into their own brains, trying to get them to find some motivation inside that they have been frustrated with, is not a single one of them came to me and said, "Hey, I really don't know anything about how I should exercise or how I should move or what I should be doing to motivate myself. I don't know how to eat. I don't know any of those things." Across the board, these are grown-up adults who came to me and said, I know what I ought to do, but I'm not. I know what I should do, but I fall short. I make progress, and then I take steps backward. A couple things are coming out of that for me. One is, you can't want growth for somebody else more than they want it for themselves. 2, you can't be involved in a process like that, put yourself out there as a leader and a mentor, and not prevent your own backsteps. If you're not preventing your own backsteps, you're not helping anybody. You got to be the thing that you're hoping that they can become. And so leadership means a different kind of discipline. It's not just for you, it's for the people who are looking to you to see if you're going to fall. Your weaknesses, your back steps, your failures, give them an excuse. Same applies to our families, to our kids, to our friends, to our coworkers, anyone who's watching us, whether we know it or not, is keeping an eye out to see if we're going to show up every day as the person that we want them to think we are, as the person that we've said that we are. Are we living according to the values that we said are important to us? Do we talk a big game, or are we doing the work? That's a heavy burden. Unless and until you decide you're not going down anymore. You're not taking any more back steps. You're not going to have days and weeks and months without discipline. You're going to look in the mirror every day and say, I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I know what I'm doing. None of these things that trip me up are as powerful as I am. It's powerful as my own mind. It's powerful for the reasons why I get up and do it. As powerful as my love for my children, for my wife, for my family, for my people. If you love them, you won't let them down. Doesn't mean I want you to be hard on yourself in a negative way. I don't want you to beat yourself up. I don't want you to feel less than when you have a slip. What I want you to do, what I want me to do, what I want us all to do is to realize the slip and correct immediately. See it, fix it, recommit to the change we're trying to make, and push on. If every day is like that, that is the building of momentum. And pretty soon you stretch those days together, you've got a pretty good life going on. So that's where my brain goes on a Tuesday afternoon with a little time to myself. Listen, I love you guys. Life is tough. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to the people who believe like we do to make a difference in the world. And what you do with your life matters. Somebody's waiting, watching for you to fail, to fall, to not be who you put yourself out there to be. Don't let them win.